The best moms get
She's
promoted.
pregnant.
Are you serious? Oh my God!
Mom called it.
Hello everyone! Today we have a very special video. We are going to be making one of my favorite treats for the holidays, hot chocolate bombs. But these aren't any hot chocolate bombs because we're going to use these hot chocolate bombs. Hot chocolate? We're going to use these hot chocolate bombs to surprise my parents and tell them that we're pregnant! Okay, so I got hubby Red behind the camera. He's gonna chime in and help me. But we're just gonna have a good time and make these little surprise bombs. So if you haven't seen or tried these chocolate bombs, they are so fun to put in cups of warm water or warm milk to make hot chocolate. We're gonna make a recipe that has a little twist to it. I love abuelita chocolate. This is Mexican hot chocolate, and I literally used to just eat the tablets of chocolate growing up. So I'm gonna split regular hot cocoa mix with a little bit of abuelita just to give it, you know, a little Latina spice. And so you're also gonna need some silicone molds, or you can use the acrylic molds, but I find these ones easier to use just because you can pop out the chocolate mold. And then for the chocolate, you can use like the chocolate that they sell at the store to melt. For stuff like this, it's easier to use, but I personally like Ghirardelli chocolate, and I will be using coconut oil to get it a really thin consistency so that it's easier to put in the molds. We're gonna get to the chocolate bomb making really quickly, but I wanted to show you guys the surprise factor for my parents. Okay, so hubby Red and I are pregnant, and it's so weird to say that. We haven't told really anybody. So we're gonna be telling my parents this week, and we thought that it would be fun to get some custom mugs for them. So we have 2 mugs that came in a set here. I bought them off of Amazon, and they come with super cute little spoons and little toppers. And I'll just read it to you. It says, the best dads get promoted to grandpa, and then the pink one says the best moms get promoted to grandma. So that is going to be the surprise. Hopefully everything goes well. And if you want to see how it goes, you could stay till the end of the video. I'm a little bit nervous for the surprise, but I thought it was a really nice way for us to, you know, have a nice drink together and make this amazing memory when we tell them we're pregnant with their first grandchild. So let's get into the chocolate bomb making. First thing you're gonna need to do is grab your chocolate that you're melting, and you're going to melt it. You can melt your chocolate multiple ways. You can use a double broiler, you can use like one of those chocolate heating things, but if you're like me and you don't have any of those, I like using these little ceramic pots and just putting it into the microwave for increments of 30 seconds, mixing it, making sure that it doesn't burn and that this isn't hot to the touch, because your chocolate will burn and have a weird consistency. So let's go ahead and get this melted. Okay, so my chocolate's nice and melted. It's a nice runny consistency. Still have a little bit of morsels in there, but I'm just gonna keep mixing it because I think it's a good heat. And then I'm gonna grab a brush to brush the inside. So make sure to use a brush that's not used for like painting, only kitchen things. All right, so I went ahead and placed my little silicone molds onto a baking sheet that's gonna fit into my freezer because these things are pretty flimsy and you don't want them like, you know, moving around when you have your chocolate in them. So it'll just make it easier on you. All right, so now we're gonna get our paintbrush and dip it in the chocolate and brush it onto the molds. So we'll do 2 layers just for safety, but when you brush it, you wanna make sure that you bring it all the way to the top, because we're really gonna need this top portion of chocolate to bring the other mold together and seal it shut. So make sure you got a lot of chocolate there. And make sure that when you're applying the chocolate, you're looking at all edges of the mold to make sure that you don't miss a spot. I am gonna go over this with a second coat once this dries, but you want to make sure to cover the whole thing. All right, I have all of my molds full of chocolate, and I'm going to put these in the freezer for at least 5 minutes so that they completely cool. So while the chocolate is cooling, I'm gonna go ahead and prep my abuelita chocolate. You're gonna need a food grater because these come in tablets. So we're gonna have to grate it and just get this ready to put into our hot chocolate bombs. Here she is in all her glory. Okay, so chocolate molds are frozen. Now I'm going to grab some cupcake liners and I'm going to take some of the molds out and put them inside of the cupcake liners to hold them for me, because if you hold them in your hands for too long, obviously they're gonna melt. And ideally you would do this with gloves when you take them out. So I'm gonna put some gloves on. Okay, you ready? All right, so all that we're gonna do to remove the mold is pop it out carefully. Okay, so to pop them out, just kind of loosen the edge. Oh, I just broke it. Ah! All right, so to pop them out, just kind of like loosen the edges a little bit, and then you're gonna push it from the bottom. Flip the mold inside out like that. And you got a clean little chocolate. And I'm just gonna line the rest of these liners with the mold. All right, so I have some of the bases already in the cupcake holders. Have a little assembly line here ready to go. I just took this out of the freezer. It's gonna keep the chocolate nice and cold. So try not to handle it as much because your hands will melt the chocolate. So you gotta kind of work a little bit fast. But we're just gonna fill up the bottom portions of the bombs with our ingredients for hot chocolate. So I'm gonna be doing half of a already like hot chocolate powder mix and probably a tablespoon of the abuelita that we shredded and marshmallows. So I'm gonna choose the ones that look sturdy because I do have some that look thin. I had to redo some of them. But we're gonna go ahead and fill them up. Once we're done filling them up, I have the remainder of my melted chocolate right in this little cup here in a little piping bag. And we are going to use this to seal it shut along the sides. So I'll show you how it's gonna go. We're gonna put half in this. And I'm just eyeballing it. I think that's half. That looks about right. Half and half. I'm gonna grab a tablespoon of the abuelita chocolate. We're gonna put that in there for that Latina flair we're going for. And then we're gonna put the marshmallows. I was actually looking for the pastel marshmallows, like the baby pink and baby blue ones, because I thought it'd be cute for the reveal, or not reveal, the bombs. But I couldn't find any in my store, so that's gonna have to do. So these guys are ready. I'm gonna show you how we're gonna seal them off. So let me grab one of these guys fresh. We're gonna pop them out, all right? Don't wanna handle them too much. I'm gonna get this ready. They are very delicate. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to put the chocolate on the top portion here, and then we're gonna sandwich it with the top half. Okay, chocolate all along the edge, and top it off. Whoa. Make sure to line it up. And we can pick up our liner and use our finger that closed. Try to get a solid seal. And if you need more, you can add more chocolate on the outside. All right, so we'll set that down to dry, and I'm gonna do the same thing on this guy. So once I have these, I'm just gonna put them back in the freezer because I want them to harden as quickly as possible. So the last and final step, this one is optional. I want to make them look a little more like they'd be for a baby. So I'm gonna be using these chocolate shimmer mini stars, and they're pastel colors, they have glitter on them. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab my chocolate that I had in my piping bag, and we're just going to drizzle it on the top like so, just like this. And Then we're gonna get our stars, sprinkle them on top. And they don't stick. I think it dried too quickly. That kind of looks cute. Drizzle and chocolate. I also think this technique is great because it helps hide any imperfections that may be on the top. And I don't know, it just adds for a nice little touch. Okay, so moment of truth. The fun part is seeing the bomb explode. I have steamed some oat milk on my little machine over here. It was like 135 degrees, so it's ready to be poured over the hot chocolate. Let's get one in there and get a good shot. See how it looks and tastes. Drop them in there. It kind of broke. Okay, here we go. Oh, where's that explosion? Oh, there it is. There she be. Ooh, we gotta mix it. All right. What is a nice cup of hot chocolate without a cute little spoon to mix it with? Am I right? Okay, it's the moment of truth. Taste test. How's it gonna be? This is the best cup of hot chocolate that I've ever had. You need to come try this.
Okay.
You need to come try this combo.
All right, let's try this.
It's the abuelita.
Whoa,
It's
That's
the abuelita.
insane.
Yeah, it has a good taste to it.
that is so good. Sign me up. Where do I buy a whole case of these?
Baby is happy.
Baby's happy.
Baby's happy right now.
Sugar baby.
Sugar baby.
She's a sugar baby. He or she is a sugar.
We don't know yet.
Yeah, we don't
no speculations. We don't know. Listen, my parents are in for a treat. I'm excited. I cannot wait to have my parents try this hot chocolate and for them to actually read their mugs. I think this is the perfect way for us to tell them that we are Praggers. So what you've all been waiting for is their reaction. Let's see how the surprise went.
You're spilling all over the place.
Let me get a spoon. There. Okay. Ready? You're gonna tell us how it is.
Come on, Mom.
Ooh, that's theirs.
No, this is yours.
Yeah.
I gave you my cup.
Oh, I'm sorry. Here, I'll be doing it.
All right.
You taste it.
Good.
It's good?
Good?
Nice.
Your best cup of hot chocolate you ever had?
That's why.
Best cup. This is the best cup because Tiffany.
Nice. Good job,
Yeah. We like the mugs for you guys.
Yeah.
Shut up. You were
What?
right.
The best moms get
She's
promoted.
pregnant.
Are you serious? Oh my god!
Mom called it.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Congrats.
I was shaking because I'm nervous.
What? Oh my god, it was so hard not to tell you guys.
I didn't even notice the cup.
That was the best reaction
was weird.
ever. That was the best reaction ever.
Oh.
I'm nervous. I was shaking because I'm like, oh my god, she's in here. She's not leaving. She's gonna see the cup.
Well, I didn't really have my
we
glasses on.
couldn't. Until you told me, I was like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to
So thank you all so much for watching. We will be doing another video where we tell and surprise Mario's parents. So stay tuned for that. Leave a like if you enjoyed this type of content and subscribe for more pregnancy stuff because I'm so ready. We're ready and excited. All right, guys, see you later. Go. You're missing. Your elbow touched the chocolate. You put your elbow in the chocolate. You were salt banging too hard. You like.